Hello and welcome to another episode of Music and Words Unite. I am your co-host Troy, and with me I have my friend and co-host Mark. How you doing, Mark?
Glad to be here.
All right, nice to see you again. And today we're going to be doing an in-depth review, track by track, of the album. Mark, you pronounce this for me, buddy, because I don't know. I don't want to butcher it. So, what's the album called?
Koi No Yokan.
Koi No Yokan. And it is the seventh studio album by Deftones. Who is a band that I am familiar with at a very surface level. I've actually never listened to a Deftones album. I've heard some songs, of course, but this is my first time ever listening to a full Deftones album. And so, Mark, you're the one who recommended me to listen to this. So tell me about it. Tell me why this album, why Deftones, why did you want to do an episode about this?
Um, well, since you weren't super familiar with Deftones and I was, going through a big Deftones phase at the time, um, I figured it would be a good time to kind of introduce you to see if you like them. I know you're familiar with some of their stuff, like from, White Pony and Around the Fur from like the 90s and early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted you to listen to this album because it's 10 plus years after those came out, and it has a much you still know it's Deftones, but it definitely has a different sound compared to those albums.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as new metally as you would think it would be, comparatively speaking. But this is an album that they really explored more of their favorite genres and their inspirations on this album. Like,
Okay.
it has a lot of like dream pop inspiration, like
Mm.
post rock. Like, I mean, dude, there's like doom metal on here. There's it's all different stuff that like culminates in what I think personally, as somebody who is a somewhat experienced Deftones listener, I think this is their best album. That's me,
Wow. Okay.
my opinion. That's my
Mm-hmm.
opinion. So I figured starting at the top, what I think is at the top,
Right.
and see if you like it, and like
Okay.
maybe you'll want to explore their discography. So
Okay, cool. Yeah. I
it's
see
between
that.
this and
Yeah.
White Pony, I think, are the two best. That's just my opinion. That's not, don't like write that in stone. That's just
All
what I
right.
think.
Well, I was going to go buy a stone and write in it. So, yeah.
Yeah, don't
Sorry
do
about that.
that.
All
Don't do
right.
that.
So, by the way, two things before we get into each track, Mark. The album cover is very cool. I have no idea what
Hmm.
I'm looking at, but I like it. It looks like a room of some sort.
Yeah,
But
it's like at some hotel or something, I think I read.
okay.
The album cover features a photograph of the opposite house in Beijing, which I guess is a hotel.
Oh, I see. It's really cool looking.
It is really cool looking, yeah.
Yeah. And so I like that. So it kind of sets a mood when you look at the album cover.
Yeah, so I'm right there with you. Like, album
Mhm.
covers determine for me, like, I feel like if I'm gonna like the album or not. If it has like a stupid album cover, I'm gonna be like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this
So that
much.
one Gentle Giant album, I'm assuming you don't like that album. That's the worst album cover I've
uh,
ever seen in my life.
it's definitely
Okay,
the one of the weaker ones in their discography,
okay,
but
there you go. All right. Okay, so all right, Mark. Before we get into the first song, I will say I was highly impressed with the production of this album and the
hmm.
mix.
Okay.
It sounded fantastic.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I want to
Did,
point that out.
did you pick up the vinyl or no? I don't know how expensive their vinyl is.
No, only because I was on vacation and I didn't have time
Mm,
to be honest with you. But no, I listened to this on lossless streaming, basically,
okay.
in
Okay.
my basement. So yeah.
Very cool.
So the first song is Swerve City. I said this is a great opening track. I love the shoegaze style verse. The chorus is really catchy. The song is rocking, and I have no idea what the lyrics mean. So that was my actual notes. I did look up the lyrics, and I was like, I'm not sure. But before I play a clip, Mark, you tell me what you think about this song.
Ah, man, what an opener. I mean,
Yeah.
I was hooked from the very second the song started.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it's just like you said with like shoegaze on this album. It's like this is like a very ethereal sounding album for like
Yeah.
Deftones. Because I know he's a big fan of like dream pop bands from like the 80s. I know he's a big Cure fan, like a
Hmm.
huge Cure fan. And I
Hmm.
know he's a big fan of the Smiths too. It's apparent on this album, I think.
Okay.
Um, the song's super rockin', like it's one of the more rockin' tracks on the album. Um, I think it's an excellent intro song. It's a little short,
Hmm.
um, but it really like it sets the tone for the whole album. Like it's rocking, it's ethereal. His vocals sound great. Oh, Stephen Carpenter, the guitarist,
Hmm.
his guitar on this album sounds phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
It
It's
sounds so
yeah.
good. I think he plays a seven or an eight string on this album, if I remember
It's
correctly.
something unique about this. I don't know if they use it to record, but I know they use it to write it. I was looking it up. They used something called fractal audio,
Hmm.
which is a digital, basically guitar amp, and fractal audio system. So there's something called an Axe basically, and it's a
Hmm.
it's a modeler. So it models different amps, and it's like an amp simulator and modeler.
Oh, really?
And this was like one of the first albums that I think this was used on.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I believe this is true. What I just said. I looked it up, so it was
Yeah,
in
yeah,
my
I'm reading it
yeah,
right here.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Fractal audio systems. Yeah.
yeah.
Nice, man. That's cool.
There you go. So in fact, a lot of people use the fractal stuff live, although they might not necessarily use it to record, but some people do apparently. But like
Hmm.
for example, I think this is true, that Metallica uses Fractal live,
I could see
as
that.
well as Ghost. And a
Hmm.
lot of bands, a lot of professional touring bands will use this stuff because you get the same exact consistent sound no matter where you go, no matter like the setup. You don't have to deal with tubes. You don't have to deal with your amps breaking down and all that stuff. And
Hmm.
so it's very easy to just cart around. So a lot of people will, record with a tube amp and then use this live, try to model and emulate what their sound is on the record or whatever. But it sounds like they might have used this to actually record, which is pretty cool. So,
It's extremely interesting, actually. I
yeah,
always thought
there you
audio engineering was or audio in general is very interesting with
go.
that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
So let's play a clip from the song so we can people hear what I'm talking about.
Has like classic Deftones sound. And this band's still very popular too.
I mean, great vocal performance, right? I mean,
Yeah,
it's a killer opening song, I
you
thought.
can't go wrong with Chino's vocals, man.
Yeah, he has something a bit very unique about his voice. It's not like
Hmm.
what's weird about it is it's not like the most technically crazy voice or anything, you know what I mean? But it
Right.
just sounds so nice when you hear it. I don't know what to say, but it has such a nice, pleasant tone to his
It
voice,
does. It does.
Yeah,
Yeah. It
yeah,
really does. Yeah.
yeah. Um, yeah, anything more you want to say about this one, Mark?
No, I mean, just great opener. Like one of the
Yeah.
stronger ones on the album. Like there's maybe one or two songs on this album that I'm just like not like a skip, but I'm just like, I don't really care
Yeah.
as much. But this is definitely not one of them. This is a
Okay.
very strong track.
Okay. The next one is Romantic Dreams. Mark, this is our inside joke now. But this is in 6/8. Okay. So
Ah, look at
okay.
that. Look at
So
that.
let me listen here. See if I was right on my initial reading, writing down the word. It's in 6/8. Yeah, 6/8. If you write a song in 6/8 or a riff, it's automatically almost a cheat code for me. I just like that time signature. So
Hmm.
anyway, let me just read my notes about this one real quick. So my first note was 6/8 exclamation point 3 times. really nice riff to open, nice chorus, and the post-chorus riff is nasty. So I'm gonna play that real quick for.
You mean that that riff?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love his vocals on this song, man.
This part, I think. It's coming up. I mean, yeah, the chorus is great. The post-chorus riff is great. It's a great song. You know,
It is.
I really liked it. Yeah.
Good.
Any thoughts about this one? Any other thoughts about this one, Mark?
No, I think this is a track on the album that kind of gets overlooked by the other tracks too, because it's just
Okay.
like I don't think it should. I think it's an amazing track.
Gotcha.
There's some fan favorites on this album, and this track is always overlooked, I think, and I think it's awesome.
Okay. Awesome. The next one is Leather. Leather. So I had a note before I get to the rest of it. This was the one the lyrics stood out to me a little bit. So addresses a very personal, this is from notes I have, movement towards exposing your personal thoughts and emotions and becoming vulnerable by shedding your skin, quote unquote, or rather face or facade you present to others, and instead let others, particularly those who oppose you, see your true colors or your texture. The title of the song refers to pieces of leather clothing one will wear literally to remain unexposed. So I thought the lyrics were very interesting, and I really like the chorus in this song. Before I play it, tell me your thoughts about this song.
Yeah, I interpreted the lyrics like pretty much the same. It's kind of just like, it's basically like, metaphorically speaking, like ripping your skin off and kind of just saying what you want to say and not caring about the repercussions and just putting it all out there.
Right.
Which is probably an allusion to like him in the band, I would think, because there's like, they've had tensions in the past with stuff, and he's probably just like I'm gonna say what I want to say, and I don't give a shit about the repercussions. So,
Right.
so that's what I got from it. And yes, and the chorus on this song is incredible, and everything about this song is incredible. This is one of my favorites on the album.
Oh, okay, cool. Let me play a quick. Nasty riff after the chorus.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. The riffs are great on this album too. It's a nice combination of heavy riffs with like very melodic. There's some dream pop stuff, like you said, some shoegaze stuff.
Exactly. It's very ethereal sounding in some parts.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, the next song is Poltergeist. Yeah, I said the opening riff is great. The second verse riff is sick, so that means the two verses are different. This was one of my favorite tracks, actually. It's up there.
Okay, all right.
Let me play it here real quick.
Yeah, the post chorus like is so good on this song.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Meshuggah influence incoming.
Yeah.
This part is so good.
Oh, there it is. Let me back it up. Let me back it up. This part isn't sick right here. Okay. Anyway, it's a cool song. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's like a top on the upper end of the tier for me. I like this song a lot.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Really good. There's parts of this song that I absolutely love. I don't know as a whole if it would be in like my top 3, but
Okay.
like some of the parts of this song, like the chorus and like that Meshuggah inspired riff are like so good, man.
Yeah.
Like this is another album where it's really hard to like pick favorites because
Yeah.
there's
'Cause
like
I'm
there's like
looking at
4 I could
I'm
Yeah,
looking at my
exactly.
notes about the next few like the
Oh,
next
man.
song. The next
Yeah.
song was one of my favorites.
Yep.
Entombed.
Yeah, that
But-
is my favorite on the album, actually.
Oh, okay. Let's play
Yeah.
a clip from it.
This is actually one of my favorite overall Deftones songs. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah.
From the day you arrived, I remain by your side in chains. Placed inside, safe and sound. Shades and colors, all I see.
Yeah. This is a highlight for me on the album for sure.
Yeah.
But tell
Oh
me
my
tell me
God,
about it. Yeah. Tell me about your any thoughts you
I
want to say
mean,
about this one?
the first time I heard this song, I remember saying to myself, I was like, I don't even know what the rest of the album's gonna sound like, but I really don't think it could top this song. And I was right. Because
Right.
this album is like it's emotional too for me.
Yeah.
Listening to
Oh,
it. It's
okay.
it's a
Okay.
very not like specifically. I'm just saying the track itself, like his
Yeah.
vocals, the lyrics, even like the music is very emotional, Like
It is. And the lyrics are really nice actually.
yeah, they are.
It says, "From the day you arrived, I've remained by your side, in chains, entombed, placed inside, safe inside. Shapes and colors are all I see." So it's like talking about wrapping yourself up in someone else. Like, it's like a love song in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if it's a good or a bad love song, I'm not sure because I guess it's left
Right.
up to interpretation. But
Right. Right.
um,
Yeah. Sure.
yeah, I mean, this is just that. There's nothing more I can even say. It's easily my favorite song on the album.
Okay. All right. The next song is Graphic Nature. I actually said this is one of my least favorite songs on the album.
Yes,
actually.
I am
Okay.
100% with you on that.
Okay,
as well.
all right. So we don't
This
really
is-
need to
this
play
is-
it, but yeah.
This is
Yeah,
actually
okay.
one I
Yeah.
skip sometimes. Sometimes,
okay.
not
Okay.
always, but
All right. That was really my only note. I listened to the whole thing, and my note was actually, I might have one more note. I said the vocal performance was really good. But overall, I said it was one of my least favorite songs.
yeah, there's parts
yeah.
of the song that are decent, but overall, it's just like I don't really care about it, to be honest.
Right. Gotcha. So let's move on to Tempest. Great opening with guitars, synth, and vocals, then a great groove! Exclamation point. The lyrics and the chorus are really interesting, and I really love the ending. So apparently this was a song I really liked after a few listens. So let me listen to it again real quick. Let's hear that opening.
Take out the stories they put into your mind.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool, like, oh, here comes the synth. Yeah.
As you stare into the sky beneath. I know you can be tired.
The song is great chorus. See a pattern here. Most of their songs are really good choruses.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
I said I see a pattern with their songs. How most of them have really, really catchy and good choruses.
Oh yeah, the choruses are really good. The groove is
Yeah.
great. It
Yeah.
sounds like something that could be in a movie or a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was.
It might be.
Let me see. Tempest has its own wiki page, so that's something. Yeah, the lyrics were talking about the end of the world from the Mayan perspective. That's why I thought it was very interesting lyrically. Let's see. Peaking at number 3 on the mainstream rock tracks, Tempest became Deftones' most successful single on that chart, surpassing Change in the House of Flies,
Wow.
which is the song I know the most by Deftones, actually.
That's probably their biggest. I would say that's
Yeah.
probably their signature song, honestly.
Okay. So it doesn't say anything about being on a movie or anything, but it
I know
kind of
what you
has
mean.
that sound, to it.
It does, yeah.
Yeah,
it does.
yeah. Any other thoughts about this one, Mark?
Nah, just this is another really good track. Great chorus. Yeah, like it's like got a nice hook to it. Great like guitar. Yeah, I mean, just a solid track for sure.
Yeah, it's a good one. The next one is Gauze.
Yeah, Gauze. Yep.
It wasn't one of my favorites,
No.
actually. I did like it. I said the music is nice and groovy. I said it wasn't like in the top tier for me when I say not one of my favorites. I mean literally like not one of my favorite songs of the record.
Right.
But I thought it was pretty cool. The lyrics actually, Mark, remind me of a song you didn't like that much. On Skeleton, there's a song called "Guiding Lights" on Skeleton.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So if you look up the lyrics to this Deftones song, Deftones Gauze lyrics, it's a mistake, but go ahead and take a side. But watch how you choose or be headed for a ride, because I just don't know if I could. I can't stop what you began. I can't fight for what you began. You've opened the gates. Now face the other side. Just go on. It's cool. Now head into the fire. I just don't know. So it's talking about someone who's like making a mistake. And you're trying to patch the mistake up with gauze, but like that's what it seems like to me. And it says, "I know your fate. I know I can't stop what you began." That's actually what the Guiding Lights, that's Ghost song, is about. So it's lyrically very similar, like message, which is cool lyrically, because I think we can relate to it. I do think the song was cool. I'll play a clip from it real quick.
Great chorus. And
Yeah.
I think the main riff's awesome.
mistake, but go ahead and take a side. But watch how you choose. I'll be headed for a ride. 'Cause I just don't know if I could.
That part reminded me a little bit of Alice in Chains, actually.
I
So yeah.
Just don't know if I could. I can't stop once you begin. I can't fight you begin.
I mean, that riff is great. It's a cool song, you know. It's like, I would say it's, for me, it's like a mid-tier song for me on the album.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
All right.
That's how I put it. How about you?
I actually really like this song a lot.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it would be, closer to like an upper mid tier, but still, I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I love the chorus on this song. I think the chorus is like insanely catchy. I like the main riff a lot. Just it's a good sounding song. It's maybe more forgettable than some of the other tracks, but I still think it's great. I love it.
All right. I've been going first on like all of them, Mark. So why don't you go first on Rosemary, and then I'll
Okay.
chime in. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, Rosemary is the song that people think of for this album. This is like the signature track from this album. It's really good. It's long. I think it's the longest track on the album.
And I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it at all. I thought it was really good.
No, my god, no. This and Entombed, I think, are probably the two best songs on the album.
I would agree. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. I really like Leathers a lot. I really like Swerve City, but this song is like, this is what you take away from the album for me. I mean, this is like, it's Entombed, but like, I don't know if it's as good as Entombed, but it's like, it's right there. Like, it's definitely right there. Like there's a lot of great parts. Like again, like catchy chorus, like a riff that just brings you right in. Like the lyrics are good. I mean, everything about it. Like this is just like, you make a playlist of Deftones songs, and this is like high up on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What did you think, Troy?
It's one of my favorites. Yeah, top
Yeah,
two.
yeah.
Top two. I wrote.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play a clip from it. I really actually like the ending.
Yes, I was gonna say once
Yeah.
go to like 5 minutes at one point
right.
just to hear the ending. Yeah, the riff at the end is phenomenal.
And then it has this.
Super nice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seven Carpenter's like did phenomenal work on this album, man.
Yeah. All right, Mark. The next one is Goon Squad. Tell me what you thought about this one.
Goon Squad, huh?
Yeah, the Gooners. Yeah.
This is probably, I think, maybe the second weakest track on the album for me.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, that was my note too. Yeah.
Again, not a bad song by any means.
Yeah,
Like I think
yeah.
it's still solid. It's like another one of those albums where it's like hard to, even like put them in order. Except this and Graphic Nature are, I think, hands and away the two worst on the album. It's not bad though. It's just not
Yeah.
it's not memorable for me.
Right.
Like the chorus is like kind of forgettable for me. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, the song title's annoying. Goon Squad, like
Right.
very silly.
Right. Right.
And like it's still got like good riffs. Like it has a very
Yeah.
Meshuggah riff in it, a very
Yeah.
very Meshuggah riff.
Right.
Yeah, it's just it's whatever. Like I definitely don't hate it, and I don't love it. So I
Yeah.
like it. I like it.
Yeah, it's a cool song, but yeah, it's probably this one. The graphic one is probably my least. This would be my second least. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and let's move on to the last one, Mark, which is What Happened to You. So tell me what you thought about this one.
This track is great. Great,
Yeah.
great ending track, man.
Yeah.
I feel like it doesn't get overshadowed. It doesn't, but
Mm-hmm.
it's at the end of the album, so I feel like people are like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that song." Because I kind of do too sometimes when I'm
Mm-hmm.
listening to this album. Like I'll get to Goon Squad and I'll be like, "Ah," and I'll be like, and then I'll get to What Happened to You and I'll be like, "Oh shit, yeah, fuck, I forgot about this
Yeah.
song." Great man, great song. Um, got a lot of stuff going on in it. Got like great riffs. It's more of like it's a chiller track, I think. The drums are really nice on this track to say. Um, yeah, I think it's a good outro for a very, very solid album, an album that I love. What did you think of it?
I thought it was a nice bookend. I'm gonna play a clip from it real quick. One of the things that jumped out at me, Mark, about this album, which I wasn't expecting, is how complex the rhythms get on this.
Mm.
I wasn't expecting odd time signatures and a lot of complex rhythms, but they're taking from some concepts from like Meshuggah here and there. And,
Yeah.
And were they always like that, or is that something that happened later in their career?
So I think as time went on,
Mm-hmm.
the guitarist Stephen Carpenter, like he got really into Meshuggah, it seems like at one point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he started playing like more complex like polyrhythms and like I said, I think he plays a 7 or an 8 string on this album, and then
Mm-hmm.
one of the following albums he plays a 9 string guitar on it.
Okay.
So I guess he really got into like complex like music theory maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know he's probably like one of the major songwriters. But yeah, I think like maybe in the past like 2 albums, maybe like Diamond Eyes, I would say probably is where it started, and then it kind of just went on from there.
I see.
Yeah, that's like, so they kind of like, they didn't ditch like the new metal sound per se. They just made it more listenable, less harsh, and kind of added just more textures and more complex songwriting, which is great,
Mm-hmm.
which is I think exactly what they needed to do to mature, honestly.
Totally agree. Yeah.
Yeah, because if they just release another like Around the Fur over and over again, or even like White Pony, I would just, people would just get bored with that. But this album,
Right.
this album was a benchmark in their discography, I think, because it's like kind of out of left field. I don't think anybody was really expecting an album this in depth,
I mean, that Change song, I'm pretty familiar with it. I've heard it a bunch of times, but
Mhm.
and it's a great song. But listening to this album, I enjoyed a lot of this album. Compared to the old stuff I remember, this stuff was more interesting to me. A lot of these songs. So
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool. I'll play a clip from that. That's what I meant by interesting rhythms going on, underneath. It's really cool. It's a cool song. I liked it. That was a nice bookend to the album.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So overall, Mark, this album is one that I would, this is an album I definitely would listen to again. And I wouldn't mind getting Nirvana for it, to be honest with you. It's a really cool album. I think it requires, because it has, it's fairly complex compared to what I was expecting. I wouldn't mind giving it even more listens. I would say I gave it. I listened to it on the vacation once, and I listened to it when I came home. Close to 3 times total.
Okay.
So 3 listens really. And we had like 3 albums to review today, by the way. Spoiler for those who don't know. We do this. So it was a lot of listens, but I was able to get about 3 in on this one. And I feel like by the 3rd listen through, I really started to appreciate some of the songs I highlighted the most. And it's funny that you and I have similar reaction to the weakest songs on the album, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but overall, I think it's a very strong album, very unique sounding blend of new metal and shoegaze music and complex Meshuggah style metal, and yeah, it's very interesting blend of music and great vocals, great harmonies, great
Yeah.
vocal performance throughout. Yeah, what does the next album sound like compared to this? Just curious.
Actually, the next album after this is considered their worst album, which is
Oh,
pretty
really?
interesting.
Do
Yeah.
you consider it their worst?
It's different for sure.
Okay.
I don't know if I'd consider it their worst.
Mhm.
I have to listen to it more because I'm not super familiar with it.
Okay.
I mean, personally, I think their first album is their worst because it's just they were all so young and it's super like new metal-y and like really like angry and like doesn't really have. I feel like there's not a lot of thought behind it.
hmm
I used to be huge into Around the Fur, but my tastes have changed over time. Um, Actually, Diamond Eyes is also one of their best albums, which is the album that was before this or two before this. I think it was the one before this. That's really where they started to like come into their own.
I see.
But the album after the album after this one's called Gore. The one after that, Ohms, which is their most recent album, is actually really good.
Okay.
It's heavier. It's heavier than like these past 2 albums. But it's really good. Definitely worth listening to for sure. If you want to listen to it, I would say if you want to listen to other albums, listen to Diamond Eyes and that. Maybe even Saturday Night Risk, because Saturday Night Risk has some really good tracks on it. Like the song
Okay.
Cherry Waves is really good. But yeah, I mean, all their stuff's worth listening to at least once just to see if you like it or not.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, this is a band that I never really got into, so listening to this album a few times and it sounded really good. Like again, the production was great, the mix was
Yeah.
great, everything was
Mhm.
great. So yeah, overall, I would say I would rank it a very good album. Few weaker songs, but overall, very strong album, very unique, kind of refreshing to listen to. So thanks, Mark, for the recommendation. I appreciate it.
Sure, man. No problem.
And if you're still watching this, thank you, by the way. Give us a like if you like this episode. Leave a comment if you like this album. Anything you want to comment, feel free. We love the interaction with the community. And we do album reviews, we do some reaction videos, we do rankings, we do all kinds of content. So leave a comment if there's something you want to request or something you want us to check out, or if you just want to talk about this album, that's also fine. We also have a Spotify and Apple Music playlist, which is basically all of our album reviews and videos we've done. We've put in a playlist so you can go and listen to them all and then go watch any of our videos or vice versa, right? You can go either way, and I think that's kind of a cool way to interact with the videos as well. You could go and listen to these albums yourself too. And you can comment and say, Troy and Mark, this is the worst thing I ever heard. What are you talking about? That's totally fine. Or you can say, you're crazy. What song is this? Graphic Nature is the best song I ever heard. And then say, who knows, right? Maybe you think that. So, all right. Anyway, Mark, thanks again. And until next time.
Until next time, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.